스킨 경기장 도시락.
All right, so here we are, guys, on Shattered Temple, and at the left position, we have our blue Terran player and new member from NSHoSeo picking this map. In fact, he is Jjakji, defending GSL Code S champion. And his opponent down at the 6 o'clock position is our red Zerg player from Team Empire, winning a ridiculous ZVZ in the last set against NSHoSeo. That is Empire.viOLet.
Yeah, that was one of the more entertaining ZVZs I'd seen in a long time. I mean, it was very cool to see Violet hold off all of that aggression by Seal, and Seal didn't play it badly at all. I mean, he really came close to taking down Violet. So yeah, very exciting ZVZ. If you missed that one, definitely go back and watch the VODs.
Yeah, unbelievable.
I highly recommend it.
Definitely one of those ZVZs where, you know, like you said, Seal didn't do anything wrong. Violet just legitimately outplayed him. I mean, that was... It was incredible.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
All right, well, here we go, guys. Now, Jjakji, of course, is a high caliber of opponent, and of course, a guy who was renowned for his TVZ, especially in the way he played those finals in the GSL against Leenock. Those were some pretty ridiculous games, actually. So.
Yeah, it just seems like he never missed a beat with anything he did. You know, you never see that guy get supply blocked. You never really see him not micro, you know, everything properly. Very impressive player overall.
And Jjakji throwing down what appears to be a reactored Hellion
Mortal
expand.
Kombat! Just your might.
All right, well, the drone gets away. Let's see here now is nothing too out of the ordinary for either player, though. It looks like Violet going to go ahead and expand on 15. So drone just a couple of hits away from dying, though. SCV tearing after him.
Get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Trying to regen. He's now 2 hits away from death.
The critical moment of the game right
here.
Oh, wow.
2 more joining in.
Jjakji pulling some SCVs off the line there. Tried to trap him. Wasn't going to get it. All right, spawning pool coming up after that, though, for Violet. So pretty standard stuff. Close air positions, though, could prove to be an interesting dynamic in this game.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it's a small map to deal with. So we're going to see some interesting stuff here. Violet, oh, nice gas steal there, just to keep that drone alive a little bit longer. But as we mentioned a few other times, Zergs have hard times taking a third. You have to break down rocks to do it unless you're going to put your third base very far away. So that leads to a lot of effective early Terran pushes here. And, you know, because honestly, it's much easier for Terran to just make a few Marauders or even just break through the rocks with Marines than it is for Zergs to break through the rocks with enough Zerglings while producing enough drones to kind of keep economically sound as well.
And Factory coming up at the front now. There's 50 gas, and there's a reactor right away. Jjakji top of this game. Of course, you did send one Marine out for a second across the map, but then decides to actually move away. Now sending the Marine up, trying to catch some Overlords, it looks like, or something along those lines. Not really sure, but he's not going to find anything, unfortunately. Nothing even close.
Yeah, certainly looking for Overlords. Sometimes what Zerg players will do will send them up like that and then loop them around the side to kind of keep an eye on the third as well. But as you can see, Violet sending his Overlords on the left side of the map there.
Yes.
Staying pretty safe.
Just sitting above the high ground there so they can pick up on expansion times and attack and things like that. So very good positioning there. And we have our first couple of Hellions just making their way out. So no real surprise at the beginning part of this game. Violet does have a few links out. He's going to try and sneak his way into the base. We'll see if Jjakji's paying attention. And
whoa, that was close.
Violet actually could have made his way in if he had gone after that right supply depot, but unfortunately, not going to be the case.
Yep, just leaving one link to poke away at that supply depot for now. And the Hellions come out, one on each side apparently.
And hit their own supply depot there for a second, but anyway. All right, well, they're going to start making their way out now. We have our first spine crawler up the front along with the Queen. So we'll see how Violet wants to hold this defense. If he's just going to do it on the back of Queen's Lings and spine crawlers.
Well, this is going to be something, too, where the Hellions aren't going to try to run to the main or anything like that. They're just going to kill some Zerglings, maybe soften up that Queen.
Yeah.
But he's going to wait till at least 4 until he for when he decides to do something really aggressive with that.
Just wants his nice map control that the Hellions provide as well.
Yeah, sending back that weakened one. Smart move there. And it's serving every unit.
Very much so, and it looks like he is going to produce 2 more as well. So some people will stop with 4 Hellions, things like that. Not Jjakji, making a full 6 now as he does research stim off of that Tech Lab barracks.
Yep, that's right. So he could easily add some Marauders onto this and go just like Hellion Marauder in the early game. He's adding Marines right now, though, so we could simply see something like Hellion Marine, or he could add on Medivacs as well. There's a lot of different things that Terrans can choose to do in this case.
And looks like we do have a second barracks about halfway up now that reactor is free as well, so we may see another one there. These Hellions tried to poke their way in. It looks like they do have some free damage on the Evolution Chamber that they can do. Of course, it'll take those Hellions about a year and a half to go through the Evolution Chamber, so no real threat there, but still annoying, and it's going to force Violet to deal with that eventually.
Yeah, that might take a little while.
Yep.
But damage is damage. Queen can't quite reach.
I know, it's such
like,
great position.
Actually, she can reach. Wow.
All right, the Hellions are going to have to bounce away now, or at least off to the side, and still going after the Evolution Chamber, but still doesn't have the complete awesome positioning that he did before. But Evolution Chamber is actually taking quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, he's got it down to half health right now. Not bad at all. Going for a quick siege mode here, too. So Jakji just playing very, very safe and very solid.
All right. Well, a few roaches are out at the moment. Of course, Violet kind of forced to do that right now. It's so hard to take that third base. It takes forever for the Zerglings to go through the destructible rocks. That'll go down in a bit.
Yep, so I think what we're going to see out of Jakji is we're going to see that really strong two-base Marine timing push, Marine tank timing push. Looks like he's going to add on a couple Marauders as well, just to kind of stay a little bit safer against those early roaches in case Violet does decide to be aggressive with it.
And let's see here now as there is a layer tech coming up now at the moment. It's actually popping up over at the natural, so let's make sure that this hatchery does get the extra bonus HP. Of course, not a bad decision either as well, because this area at the main is so droppable.
Oh yeah, it's very, very vulnerable on this map, so you see pretty much every Zerg put their lair at their natural in this situation. A couple roaches pushing out just to kind of see if they can find any Hellions, but they're not going to do a whole lot else, and looks like it's time for Jakji to move out. Oh, those roaches taking a lot of damage there.
Yeah, that's not good. Actually cycling around some Hellions from the side as well, and with those as weakened as they are, Jakji is just going to power through those roaches. Sorry, Violet, but that's a lot of losses for him.
Yeah, that's expensive for Violet to lose at this point, too. He could have really used those roaches when that push is going to come from Jakji. I thought it was going to come soon. It's probably going to be about maybe a minute or less, and then he's going to move out. Usually it's around 10:30, 11 minutes when this push hits.
Well,
and
like
there you go.
Coming now.
Yep,
all right.
So he should get there just in time.
And it's also coming at a nice time because Violet did decide to invest in that hatchery as well. So he has not received a benefit from that, but it's 300 resources he can't utilize elsewhere. Infestation Pit is hitting the field, but that's a lot of tech to invest in now. These Hellions buffering a little bit of the damage initially. A few roaches are making their way up, trying to pick off a couple of siege tanks. They do manage to get one, but then they are immediately pushed back after that.
Really nice snipe, though. Killing that siege tank was a huge deal for Violet. He makes so many of these little, like, intelligent moves. It's very cool to watch.
And a bunch of creep tumors getting cleared up already. Jakji actually making sure that he'll be able to get the best engagement possible. An Overseer trying to fly its way around, but it's going to get cleaned up. Here, a few roaches are pushing their way forward, but the Marines are strong enough in their current form that they can just bust through the front wall. We're waiting for Violet now. He's going to have to make a stand here in just a second.
He's waiting for Roach Speed to finish, and when he does, he's going to try to swarm over this, and it looks like it is finished now. There he goes, running out the Lings and the Roaches. Is it going to be enough, though?
I don't know. The siege tanks are taking quite a bit of damage. The first one falls. The second one going to go down. No, not even the second one. I thought he would be able to get the second, but not the third. But it looks like Jakji is just going to overrun Violet.
Yeah, he had a great concave with those Stim Marines, and without Banelings, it is so tough to overwhelm your opponent with this push.
And those roaches are going to have to sneak their way back and just try and do whatever pot shots they can. The Infestation Pit is going to fall before any sort of benefit can be realized from that. He's going to have to get some vision to the high ground here in a second. One tank goes down, looks like a second will as well. There's so many units on the right-hand side that it doesn't really matter how many of those he cleans up. Jakji just powering through.
Yeah, Violet trying to get out there and catch reinforcements. He does kill the tank, too.
Yes.
Violet's still making some good decisions, but that is so many Marines to have to deal with right now.
Yeah, it really is. And they're going to start just pushing their way through to the lair. Lair's already taking quite a bit of damage. Reinforcing roaches getting cleaned up before they can do anything. Oh, and that's quite a few dead and very, very injured drones as well. A couple more roaches being pulled off the line, but Lair Tech is going to die here in just a second.
Yep, another queen pops out, immediately goes down. And I think we're going to see the lair die too. And once the lair dies, it's going to be very, very tough for Violet, even considering coming back in this game.
Yep, bye-bye.
Oh, picking it up too at the very last second, saving 8 Marines.
Oh, and is he just going to drop right back down again eventually? I think he is.
Could just go to the third, yeah.
Yes, he certainly could. And he's got a good force back at home as well, along with that next command center having been finished up. So very, very nice job by Jjakji here.
Yep. Looks like he does decide to drop, not really paying attention to that medevac, unfortunately.
No, all those rings getting cleared up
actually. Yeah, usually he's known for his multitasking, but hey, you can't be everywhere at once, I suppose, even if you are Jjakji. He's going to go ahead and expand to this third base location here as well, and he's going to have a pretty nice lead. What's the worker count right now?
It is 46 to 65.
Yep, definitely a nice lead here for NSHoSeo.Jjakji.
And let's actually take a look around now. Violet trying to reestablish this third base, and he does have Layer Tech being started once again. Infestation Pit, he must have rebuilt another one super quickly. He did before Layer Tech went down, so he is going to have pathogen glands and infestors in a bit. First couple of infestors on the way, but Jjakji is up by 25 supply now. He's just taken his third. He's about to take his fourth as well, as the command center is almost finished.
Yep, why not take the opportunity to just expand a lot? He's definitely not a player that you see overextending himself very often. He likes to just get ahead and then get more ahead. He is like one of the best examples of putting that philosophy into practice in StarCraft 2.
And there's a sensor tower there as well, so we'll be able to pick up on these roaches pretty quickly. We'll know here in about 2 seconds because of the Marine sitting on the high ground. He does see the destructible rocks going down. It's already shifting a couple of units back. I thought so. Yeah, there we go.
Yep. Got to be careful, though. I mean, this is a situation where those roaches could come around the front, too, and do some damage once he sees that the units are up there. And the roaches running right into the army, it looks like.
Yeah, this almost reminds me of, kind of almost a Blistering Sands type of environment where the defender does have a pretty good ability to run along to the front after going through those destructible rocks at the back and just kind of throw their defending opponent off guard.
Yep. Hive on the way right now for Violet, going for a very fast hive on essentially what is 2 bases. He's got his third up now, and it's starting to mine again, but overall just going for the hive on a very, very low economy. I think what he might be planning on doing is just surprising his opponent with Ling Broodlord here. I'm sorry, with Infestor Ling Broodlord. And if Jjakji's not expecting it, Violet could win the game with it too. I mean, Jjakji might not have a lot that's going to be good against Broodlords.
We'll see what he can get done here in a bit. There was a little bit of a drop as well, a 4 Marauder drop, but they got cleaned up immediately by a bunch of Speedlings. So Violet, of course, playing pretty defensively right now and trying to pin his opponent in. But Jjakji is almost maxed and now sitting on that gold.
Yeah.
Oh, these mules are going to tear through that. Oh, I guess, never mind. I take
that
back.
Patch.
Yes, they're only returning 30 minerals per trip, even on the gold. So.
Yep. That's right, which is still more than they would be doing on, a normal mineral patch, of course, because it is gold. But, oh, no, actually, it's not.
Exactly the same, yeah.
All right, well, there you go.
And another sensor tower up at the front as well for Jjakji. He's cordoning off this path, which is very, very nice. Difficult to maneuver through there anyway, and he can watch that with siege tanks now. Back over here at the 6 o'clock position, though. Violet does have his Hive Tech finished. He's got Spire on the way. Imagine Greater Spire will start after that. As you mentioned, he's sitting on 70 workers right now, but he has got a bare bones defense, and Jjakji is starting to move out across the map.
Yep, and he's got to be really careful not to lose those infestors. Those are going to be absolutely essential once he brings out some Broodlords.
Yeah,
or tries to, but is he going to get a chance? I don't know.
It's another 100 seconds before he'll be able to finish Greater Spire, and that's after the Spire finishes. Then he's got to put up Corruptors. Then he's got to put up the Morph time for Broodlords as well.
Exactly, and this is just a huge push coming across from Jjakji. And this counterattack, unfortunately, doesn't look like it's going to do a lot of damage with that bunker there.
No, Jjakji already getting ready to repair that. Those units are going to run down into the natural, but they're going to be stopped there as well. Cancel happens on the gold for Violet. A few units swinging around, not going to find another base there. Unfortunately, Violet just does not have a lot on the field right now. He's morphing in 7 Corruptors, but without Greater Spire finishing up, not sure what those are going to do.
Yep, a lot of tanks here. And, catching some of them on siege, but there's so much bio as well.
He's actually going to kill a lot of tanks right there.
Yes, he is.
Does manage to get 4 or 5, but then the bio comes in and cleans up the rest.
Yep, Violet just trying to stall for time. He's like, not yet, man, no. I don't have my Broodlords yet.
Give me about a minute and a half in game.
Yeah.
All right, so well, let's see here now as Jjakji just can continue to push his way forward. A few Corruptors are out now. Fungal's hitting a small number of bio units. They are actually dying pretty quickly with Lynx coming in and cleaning up the rest, but Jjakji is just reinforcing way too well right now, and he's got such good infrastructure back at home.
Well, Violet holds us. This is going to be the most miraculous thing I've ever seen in StarCraft 2, because it looks like Jjakji is really just about to win the game right now. The Fungals are nice, but there is enough medevacs out there to keep everything healed well enough anyway.
Yep, and it looks like Jjakji is going to take this win here, and he's going to put NSHoSeo just one game away from advancing to play Startail in losers round 4. Aha!
7 Broodlords
the Greater
on the way.
Spire is
8,
finished.
9.
We have 9 Broodlords coming up, but Violet is going to essentially be down to 1 base.
Yep, it is do or die for Violet here, and I don't know, it looks like it's going to be die. Jjakji, though, has he seen the Greater Spire? Yes, he has seen it, in fact.
He's right there, so
about to kill it.
Yeah, see if he actually goes through it. Looks like he's going after some larvae as well.
You know.
There's the Broodlords.
Yeah, and I mean, on the high ground like that, Jjakji really can't engage those too effectively.
No, he's going to have to pick off a little bit of tech here before going after anything else. Looks like he is starting to go after Hive initially. No, going to go after the spawning pool first. Good decision there. Yep. And then slowly start going after the Hive. We'll see if it's enough, but he has a couple of Vikings now. Yep,
that's right. There's really no anti-air. There's only basically 1 queen. And, oh, there's a reinforcing army from Jjakji, and that should be about it.
Yeah,
a little bit of stutter step should bring out the GG from our Zerg player.
Yeah, a valiant effort from Violet there, but unfortunately Jjakji is just going to overrun him. 50 supply and falling. There's the GG, and NSHoSeo has taken yet another game. It is 4-2 in their favor.